Welcome back. It's Arena Football Statement, giving you this week in the CIF. It's Champions Bowl weekend. How did we get here? Let's review the semifinals. We'll start in Salina, where we have the third matchup between the Billings Outlaws and Salina Liberty. Round 3. Fight! Opening drive, the Liberty special teams keep points off the board with a blocked field goal. Another turnover on downs would lead to a bomb from Kilgo to D. Washington for 6. Kilgo says, "That was fun." Another bomb to fast Ed Smith for 6. The Salina defense stiffened up in the red zone for the first 3 quarters. And after 49 minutes of game time, Billings finally scores with Denarius Antoine. Salina D says, "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, you won't." Antoine fumbles, recovered by the Liberty. And wouldn't you know it, last year's MVP Tracy Brooks seals the game with a touchdown run after breaking his arm earlier in the year. And the Liberty advanced to their 3rd straight Champions Bowl. The Omaha Beef, who would travel up to play the top-seeded Sioux City Bandits, who started out with the hot-handed Fred Bruno. Omaha would score, then intercept a pass, then score again. But then Bruno would score twice more. And the Omaha defense would sing, "We don't talk about Bruno." They start to talk about Montero. And Damon Powell taking a kickoff return 50 yards for a touchdown. After a tie-night fumble recovery, the Bandits would go up 2 scores. Down 6 at the start of the 3rd quarter. A turnover puts the Beef in place to take the lead. Jackson to Pargo. Jackson to Noble. 21 unanswered points for the champs. But the Bandits would climb back. Then, while they were up by 3 points with 13 seconds left in the game, the big quarterback Andrew Jackson gets a push to put the Beef up by 4 points. A last-ditch throw by Lorenzo Brown is batted away, and the Beef will be returning to the Champions Bowl for a rematch in Salina. Wow, wow, wow. Let me just say, the Salina Liberty continues to be the league's best defense, and the Beef just get tougher and tougher as they go deeper and deeper into the playoffs, just like last year. The Champions Bowl is set. We have to say goodbye and shed a tear for the Bandits and Outlaws, who had fantastic seasons, and I expect them to come back next year even better. I want to give you a quick history, a quick Champions Bowl history. We'll start in the year 2015. The Sioux City Bandits beat the Texas Revolution 76-61. A year later, it was the Wichita Force taking down the Amarillo Venom in a close one, 48-45. Wichita has declined as a franchise ever since then. The Texas Revolution came back in Champions Bowl 3 to beat the Omaha Beef, who played in their first bowl. Then it was the Duke City Gladiators beating the Sioux City Bandits in a close one. They liked that so much they came back to Champions Bowl 5 and squeaked out a win against Huron O'Neill's Salina Liberty. But O'Neill wasn't done. He returned for Champions Bowl 6 against Marvin Jones-led Omaha Beef, and the Beef got their first championship by 1 point, and that leads us to this highly anticipated rematch in Salina, Kansas, Champions Bowl 7. Let's do a comparison of these 2 highly talented teams, starting with the offense. Omaha has the edge in points per game this season, while, believe it or not, Salina has the edge in yards per game. On top of that, the Liberty were 2nd in the league in 3rd and 4th down conversions. So when it counts, they know how to extend drives. In red zone scoring percentage, the Liberty were 2nd, while the Beef were 4th. Defensively, the Salina Liberty were far and away the best. They only allowed 25.1s per game, which is insanely good in indoor football. Omaha was 3rd place, with their opponents getting 32.6 per game. Salina is only allowing 145.3 yards per game, which makes them a terror to move the ball against. Meanwhile, they tied for the league lead in sacks with Omaha, and the Liberty have forced 29 turnovers to Omaha's 18 in 1 less game played. With that said, The last time these two teams met, however, Omaha held Salina to 11 measly points. A low-scoring affair as the Beef won that matchup. Since then, Salina has won 4 straight. However, after Omaha's loss in Sioux City dropped them to 3-3 earlier in the year, they have won 6 straight games to punch a ticket to defend the ship. If the game ends up being close and comes down to kicking, in Jeremy Reynolds we trust. He could be the reliable X factor that the Beef need in a matchup like this, considering that the Beef led the league in field goal percentage and was second in PATs. And if you recall, the game was decided last year by a blocked field goal that gave the Beef a 1-point win and their first league championship. Head coach Huron O'Neill fought through adversity, and his team plays in their 3rd straight bowl, looking for their first league championship. And the team I'm going to pick is... I need some more opinions.
Okay, little girl. Who's your favorite team?
The Salina Liberty.
Who do you think's gonna win Champions Bowl 7?
The Omaha Beef.
Next! Okay, littler girl. Who's your favorite team?
Storm.
Storm? Okay, who's gonna win Champions Bowl 7?
Liberty.
Liberty! Next! Okay, littlest girl. Who's your favorite team?
Boo-boos.
Boo-boos, okay. Liberty or Beef?
Dada.
Dada. That's my girl.
Liberty. Liberty. Liberty.
The show is about to begin.
In all honesty, here's some things you can't quite ignore. The Liberty's ability to create turnovers has turned the tide of many games. Tyree Adams moving to the CFL appeared to be a huge hit for Salina, but Javen Kilgo has stepped up in a big way, and the Liberty defense stuffs the run like nobody I've seen in recent years. It can make other teams one-dimensional. Omaha is really good in the red zone and have great running ability. Andrew Jackson led the league in passing and knows a few of the Liberty defenders. What this game might come down to is a couple playmakers making sensational plays that don't often happen. This has the makings of being a defensive battle, a slugfest, but a couple big-time plays make the difference. I won't predict the winner at this time, but I'll likely be attending the game in Salina and give you all some great coverage of what's happening at the bowl. And that is my arena football statement.